The Seahawks. The Seahawks absolutely trolling the Denver Broncos. Seahawks have a good social media.
Yeah.
Like,
they really don't like Russell Wilson in Seattle.
No, they really don't there. The Three Amigos, a movie that was panned when it came out, but beloved in Australia, second only to Point Break.
Yes, that's the top two films in Australian
yep.
film interest history. Okay, quarterbacks.
Yes, sir.
Jameis Winston, who I think New Orleans
So
likes.
you might need a quarterback, right? With Dak Prescott,
Yeah.
With the injury, you're probably looking at the quarterback again. 50% available in Yahoo. Famous Jameis.
Yeah, really bad for 3 quarters, and then came back to crush my Atlanta plus 200 money line at the death. I think the main thing here is that Jarvis Landry looked really good. Michael Thomas looked better than expected. Cris Olave was fine, top 40 yards. You're buying Jameis.
I am. I mean, again, once you display a skill, you've owned it. So like you sort of think about, to your point, a healthy Michael Thomas, Jarvis Landry. We like Cris Olave. Alvin Kamara will be better. Dennis Allen said the rib injury that Kamara had doesn't seem serious to be fine. They'll get him more involved. My only concern is they're playing the Buccaneers this week. That's a tough defense, obviously. So if you're looking for like just a streamer this week, I think there are other guys. I prefer like Carson Wentz. All Commanders jokes aside, I prefer Carson Wentz at Detroit than Jameis Winston home to Tampa Bay. But still, I do think they're going to have to throw a decent amount. I think Winston can be a good quarterback as well. So Winston, long-term Winston would be my guy over Wentz. If you need somebody for this week, Wentz is my streamer for this week. He's also my number 2 guy again. Lions allowed 455 total offensive yards to the Eagles last week. 313 yards and 4 touchdowns is 313 yards and 4 touchdowns.
I think the Indianapolis Colts might have downgraded at quarterback, generally, with what we saw from Matt Ryan. Carson Wentz looked much better. Now, Marcus Mariota, who didn't look great, particularly at the end, but still got the rushing yards, 12 carries for 72 yards. Would you be picking up Marcus Mariota? Again,
you don't have to be a good NFL quarterback to be a usable fantasy quarterback. I don't think Marcus Mariota is a good NFL quarterback. I don't. But given the rushing, again, he was 12 for 72 and a touchdown as a rusher in that game, and where he broke your heart by losing at the last minute to the New Orleans Saints.
Thanks, Marcus.
Over 200 yards. I just want to point that out there. Problem is they're at the Rams. That the Rams, a Rams team that's had 10 days to, figure this out. Worth noting, though, Josh Allen, 56 yards and a touchdown as a runner against the Rams in Week 1. So I do think in a deeper league, Mariota, you could get going there.
He's going to be dropping back. The 10.5-point dogs, they're going to be dropping back. He's going to be running as much as he can.
You don't have to watch the games.
Yep.
Again, doesn't have to be pretty.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of junk time there. Let's move over to tight end here. And Gerald Everett, who we talked about on Fantasy Football pregame as a potential streamer if you lost George Kittle. Yep. Hey, this is a guy that you can go out and pick up. Apparently not everyone listened to us because he's still available in 73% of leagues. You should have. He finished as the 4th best tight end in fantasy last year, 3 for 54 and a touchdown on 4 targets. Remember the Chargers last year, top 4 in the NFL in terms of end zone targets to opposing tight ends. Everett's a nice player. I'm sorry, they were top 6 in tight end zone targets last season.
Egalitarian offense, maybe to its detriment. Justin Herbert is still second favorite to lead the league in passing yards. Going to be a lot of passing yards going around against the Kansas City defense, and Everett might be their 3rd pass catcher in that game with Keenan Allen.
You can read the next one on the list.
Yeah. Logan Thomas at Detroit.
One more time, I didn't hear that name.
LT, the original LT, Logan Thomas.
LT3,
baby. Who does he play for?
He plays for the Washington Commanders, the 1-0 first place Washington Commanders.
Hail
Logan Thomas. Somebody brought him up in the preseason quite a bit. You should have listened to me. Look, here's what's important to me, right? He got 6 targets, 3rd most targets on the team. He was healthy. He was out there. Like, people thought he was going to start the season on the physically unable to perform list. This is a guy who, again, once you display a skill, you own it. He's been a top 10 fantasy tight end in his career 2 years ago. Dallas Goedert had 60 yards against these Lions in week number 1. I think he's an interesting streamer. If you're desperate, Hayden Hurst, look, 5 for 46. He had 8 targets.
8 targets.
8 targets is 8
Higgins,
targets.
Who knows what's happening there?
Exactly. He's in the concussion protocol. We expect the Bengals to have a better game this week against the Dallas Cowboys. And by the way, some potential drops. I think you're okay getting rid of Hunter Henry or Mike Gesicki at tight end. Both guys, I think, will struggle to find fantasy relevance this year. We will be back right after this. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBC Sports and Rotoworld.com. Just want to thank you so much for watching what you just watched, or at least being too lazy to click out of it after the autoplay just kept it going. So either way, thank you so much for just letting it scroll by your screen. And now I'd like to ask you respectfully, okay? Respectfully, please subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel for the latest NFL news, fantasy headlines from RotoWorld, and betting analysis from NBC Sports Edge.